Hello and welcome. This is Kenny Gregg, and I'm coming to you live from my home office here. I wanted to jump on here and I wanted to give you guys some tidbits on what would be the best way to create a webinar on demand. And I wanted to give you guys some quick training on this and get this out to everyone so you guys can have this and really learn the power of what IMtoolsuite is capable of and how you want to do this. Now I'm going to be posting this up on our YouTube channel, and I'm also going to be posting it under announcements as well, and it'll be back in the marketing training, which will be expanding. So again, you can find this in announcements. You can also find this on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/IMtoolsuite. But let's get underway and let's talk about how we do that. Now, first of all, the webinar on demand is a very easy process. And really what the whole process of creating your webinar on demand is to create the field, or what I call, not necessarily, you create this facade or this fake basically webinar. So you can create and record your webinar just like I'm recording this right now. I can literally create this video that I'm recording with you, and I can create it and turn it into a webinar. So you're literally creating a video that will simulate a real webinar. Now, what I suggest to do is, using our conference room, is to go ahead and record your webinar using Camtasia or any kind of ScreenFlow, anything that will capture your screen and give you a really good voice as well as your video, so you can really get that. So anything like that you can record. There's several of them out there. Personally, I'm using Camtasia to record this right now. I prefer it. It's one of the best in the industries on the PC, and I believe if you have a Mac or Apple, you can use a program called ScreenFlow. Now that one, I believe, comes on your Apple or can be downloaded for free if I'm not mistaken. So when you get to a webinar on demand, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create your webinar. So it's very simple. You click on create your webinar, and you want to come down and name your webinar. I'm going to call this support. I'm going to call this WOD training webinar. And then you need to upload your video. Now you should have your video created in Camtasia or Windows Media, or you can do it in using anything under your Mac as well. Now I'm going to actually, let me just pick up something for you here. And so it should be pretty easy. Let me just get a quick video here on, something that we can do. Anything. Let's see here. Here's one right here. We'll just pick this one. It's a quick video. This is a vid hosting training. This is just going to teach you how to do vid hosting, and I'm just throwing the video up there. Irregardless, we're going to go ahead and let that upload. And then you're going to scroll down here, and you're going to go here, and you can pick boxing, carbon. Again, you can play these. You can click on the video here, and it will begin to play. And this is just kind of like a fake front. You can get a movie. Depends on what you want to do. There's several of them. I personally like this one for that. Then you're going to come down here and you want to start the video when, okay? So you can start the webinar from the current time. So for example, if you were playing a video and say that you showed up 10 minutes late and the video was an hour long, it's going to play 10 minutes into the particular webinar. Now if you want everybody who comes in, regardless of whether they come late or not, you can start the video from the beginning. So when someone opts in, if the webinar is still going, it'll start it from the beginning and play the video from the very start of that particular webinar. If you are showing a one-time showing or reoccurring, if you're going to show just one time and that's it, you can do one time. If you're going to do reoccurring, then you select it, and again it comes down here and use times by user defined. So again, you would select Eastern, Central, Pacific, Mountain, or any time zone that you want. Now that's a predetermined time, so that's what's going to be considered to be on there. Or you can do it by the client time zone. What this means is that let's say you're in, you want this to be shown at 3 p.m. every single day, regardless of who the client is. So I can have this on Eastern time at 3 o'clock, I can have it at Central time at 3 o'clock, and I can have it at 3 o'clock on Pacific time, so that people will watch it based on their time zone, whether it be 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever you set it. So that's how that's determined. So you can determine that, and you can kind of go from here, and you can go Central, Eastern, Pacific, whatever you want to do. Then you can go current time. It's giving you your current time. It's also giving the current time for the location. And then you can come down here and select your dates. So if you want this reoccurring, you know, I can set this to go, and I can have it Sunday and pick your dates. And let's say I want it to play at 8 p.m. And then I can set up to, you know, 7 different times during the day. So it should give you more than enough times during a single day to be able to run it. Video controls, so if you want to show them or hide them, typically it's going to be defaulted to hide, but it's more of a preference. And then how many guests do you want in your webinar room? So this is like a fake amount of people. So you can either show both real and virtual, or you can show only real people, which means it will pull from previous webinars that you've had. So it'll show only real names, or it'll show only virtual, or for that matter, if you don't want to show any, that's your choice as well. So you can show real and virtual. We can put 127 people, and then we can come down here and we can show the content. So we can actually show the content at the very end of the video, or we can show it at a specific time in the video. So we can display this HTML below however many seconds into the video, and it'll show up this content, such as if you wanted to have a thank you page, or if you wanted to have some kind of sign up button, you wanted somebody to purchase something, and you wanted to go to your PayPal button, or whatever you want, you can do that. You can give away a free ebook, you can do whatever you so choose, and so you can show this text or opt in form after middle of the video. It's your option. It comes up at a predetermined time. Then you have this option down here, which is what we call show the repaid link on your TY page, which is your thank you page. Okay. So on your thank you page, when someone registers for your webinar, it'll have the ability. It'll say the following. It'll say, note, if you can't wait, watch last week's replay. Click here. So it'll allow you to have it play instantly for those who don't want to wait for the particular webinar to start. Obviously, it's the same webinar, but it gives the essence of, hey, I had a last week's webinar, and you know, here it is, blah blah blah, and I want to get that going, and so you can do that. Okay, so that's how that works. Again, we have this recurring. We're going to put this in. I could put. And so, you know, I could create something like that, and then I could show it, say, however many seconds. So it's 60 seconds in a minute. If you want it to run for 5, you know, say your video is 5 minutes long, you could say, or say it's 2 minutes times 60 would be 120. This is 120 seconds into the video. I'm going to save and say, well, thank you. Successfully saved. It goes to the next page. Obviously, the video is going to tell me that it is converting. Because it's not ready to go yet. It tells me that my next webinar is in 2 hours training. Okay, and then I continue, and I can click here to create or update my registration page. So I click there if I want to. I can do a clean and easy theme if I so choose. Okay, so I can do whatever I so choose in my particular deal. I can come in here and click this to change my headline to whatever I want. Okay, so I can, you know, go. Okay, then I just go like that, and boom, it's done. Now, if I want to change the color, I can do that. Of course, you know, this is just like any of the other stuff. If you want to do that, boom, easy to do. I got my dates over here. If I want to have and ask for a phone number, I can come in here and ask for a phone number. I can set up a list. I can have all these lists down here. I can select, I can redirect after opt-in. I can put in a URL of a website, any URL I want. So if you want to have your own thank you page after someone opts in, you can do that. It's up to you. Of course, they'll still get an email with the link to sign up, but again, if you want to bypass and create your own, you can do that. You can create your own custom, thank you page, so to speak. And if I want to use the system autoresponder, it's going to put it into our system, and then you can save the settings, voila, and then I'm ready to go. Okay, so if I wanted to put a video, I could do that, but in this case, I'm just going to be finished. Page created, boom, done. Okay, so now you'll see here it says webinar training page, and I have 3 links. I have my webinar on demand URL, I have my capture page URL, and I have my webinar replay URL. Okay, so I can actually click this as my to check out my page. Okay, obviously the video is not done yet, but it hasn't started. It has 2 hours, and I can see my guests will start to come in the room. But in this case, it hasn't started yet, so there's no guests coming in the room. There's nothing happening at this point in time. If I so choose and want to replay it, I can click on the replay, and the video will start right away. Now, in this case, of course, and there you go. So there's no controls, and so the video started right away. Obviously, it's already converted. Okay, now this is just an old video, but if you notice, there's nobody thing. This is just a live video broadcast replay. Okay, and you can also have your actual opt-in page. And now if we want to, we can test this page. So in this case, I'm going to test this page. And so I'm going to register. And you'll notice here how we have note, can't wait, watch last week's replay. Click here. Okay? And then you also have this link, which obviously if I go to this link, it's going to tell me, oh, hang tight, it's not started yet, I can't get on yet. Okay? So again, this is, it says, hey, we just sent you an email to you at boom. It says, welcome to webinar Kenny, please register, valid email. It's got all this in here. It's telling me that my webinar is going to start at 8 o'clock, and so I need to come back and have that at 8 o'clock. Okay, so again, that depends on the time zone that you set and how you set that to do that. Okay, and so again, they're going to get their email to let them know, what's happening and what's going on that. And so now you get those 3, and then that's it. Now, let's say, for example, that you wanted to create a webinar for, to be able to, for your business opportunity. So you could create a webinar, do your recording, or you could even, if you have a business opportunity, a lot of these business opportunities, they already have the presentation done for you. So if you wanted to, you could create a little intro, or for that matter, just load up your presentation of whatever your business opportunity is and forget anything else. So you don't have to be a rocket science. You can literally just use your own presentation from your own business opportunity if your upline has it, or anything like that. Or maybe you have a business presentation that you want to do. You can put a PowerPoint together, you can create this and do your webinar and then upload it. There's so many uses for this, and the ability to be able to load this up on your fan pages, have this available to you. You can really, the power of this webinar on demand alone can literally explode your business. It gives you a chance to get in front of your list, it gives you a chance to build up your list, and it gives you a chance to explode your business in any business opportunity, network marketing company, affiliate marketing, giving away books, ebooks, whatever. You can get people to buy your ebooks. You can upload those ebooks right to our site. You can set up a mini site in our system and then sell your ebook via your webinar on demand, have a link going to your mini site, and boom, they buy it right from there. The power of our system, is so, so awesome. We'll see you on the flip side.